If you thought Big Red was Big Red when it first was shot, it's now come back even bigger. This thing has got the CJ 370 Creekmaster high sides up on top. It's sitting at around 3.4 meters tall, if my tape measure got me right. And it's come back into the workshop. We're doing a 1000K checkup. It's had a few little trips done now. It's ready to get the boat in the water. I can see it hasn't had that just yet. So this customer needs to get out there and get the boat wet. But we've done a 1000K checkup, full suspension tweak. I believe we're gonna give it a bit of a scrub a dub, a Big Dog Build sticker on the side of this one here, which is gonna set it off. This amazing customer has unloaded the house into the vehicle, into the van, hit the road full time, and we're just doing a few little tweaks before it hits the road. But I thought I'd grab it one more time, give you a quick rundown as to what is being done on this vehicle. It was in the workshop for a fair while, but we definitely know our Chevy 2500s. Concept Canopies have done the rear setup on this one here. And today we'll give you a quick walk around, and I'm keen to hear your feedback on whether you'd run something like this on a lap around Australia. It may look bloody huge, but this one here, the Concept Canopies combo on the rear end, they have gone for the full length canopy. It's got the Mozzie boat loader up on top with the CJ boat. If you're keen on this setup here, get in touch with the team at Concept Canopies. They'll run through what options they can do for the canopy combo, what boat they can put up on top. If you're wanting a rooftop tent instead of the tinny, then obviously the team there can customize a premium lightweight canopy to suit your needs. Every single canopy is slightly different. They've got some bloody cool ideas, and if you want to see me do a full walk around on that one there, click on the link and watch the previous video. It's now come back with the boat up on top. Massive 58-28 kilo GVM on this one here. And although my weight scales are still not arrived at the workshop, I'm keen to get this one over the scales, see what it comes in at, consider the ball weight from the van on the back, and see what out of that 58-28 kilos we've got left over with a big build just like this one here. When you're adding things like the storage container at the back, you're using that full tray space and that full length. Obviously with the Jenny hitch combo there, you swing with your drawbar. You do need to be mindful there. The further away from the vehicle you come, the more that trailer is going to swing in and could affect things like this. So consider your caravan, what you're towing, the whole setup. But a team like Concept there can definitely dial it in, get you sorted, consider all of those options and really tailor something to meet your needs and as you travel around Australia. I won't go into the full specs on this one here. It has got all their living gear inside the vehicle. There's stuff everywhere. I didn't mean to throw you under the bus, guys, but I just wanted to film it again because it's that damn good looking. So 58-28 kilo GVM, 5-inch suspension kit. It's got 37, 13.5, 20 Nitto Ridge Grappler tyres with the Method 605s. And as you can see, the satin film over the red colour from GMSV definitely looks amazing. The red, the blacks, this thing here just needs a Big Dog Build sticker and it's ready to hit Australia. If you are considering a build like this one here, you do need to get a vehicle with the good GVM. The GCM from a Chevy 2500 is just under 12.5 tonne. So if your van weighs 4.5 tonne, you've still got plenty to play with. With a massive 58-28 kilo GVM, we need to do a few things to that one there to tick off that option. But the rear axle upgrade, 32-89 kilos. The front axle stays factory, but those ones there combined, the 58-28 should be enough GVM. If you're using all of that, I consider you're probably overweight somewhere, whether it be on the vehicle, on the van with the ball weight. So definitely get your vehicle weighed. There's some good mobile weigh stations out there that can offer the service to weigh with the van on, without the van on. And I'm sure some of them will allow you to sort of put some gear in, put some gear out, consider vehicle, consider passengers inside the vehicle. But the Chevy 2500 in the NB2 category comes out with a 51-48 kilo GVM. We then need to engineer our suspension install, fuel tank, the canopy's engineered on the back of this one here as well. And on that mod plate that we do, getting the GVM up to the 58-28 kilo capacity is where you need to be for something like this. Just can't stop looking at it. It bloody looks amazing. The satin PPF is obviously doing its job. It's come in quite dirty. It looks amazing still. With the wheel and tyre combination, the 5-inch lift, the kickback mud flaps, they definitely have stopped a lot of the stuff flying up the side of the vehicle here. There's a tiny little bit of splatter, which is probably from under those mud flaps. So obviously the bigger the lift, the more susceptible for dirt flicking up the sides you're gonna be. This customer wanted something a little bit different, if you can't tell already with the entire build. It's got the pocket style flares on there with the black bolts. We've got the front bar combo on there with the 3 Baja LP9 Sport LED lights. The Baja design theme has been followed through up onto the Big Dog Builds accessory rack as well. That is our V1 combo with the Baja linkable kit on the front. It's got the red Max tracks, of course, and then it's got the Selfie and the GME UHF antenna up there. So this one here definitely looks amazing. Up on top as well, we didn't quite know where the Mozzie boat loader and the drawbar of the boat was going to go. I'm sure the customer can squeeze in a little solar panel if they want. If not, they can plug the red Anderson plug in the back of the canopy, charge the vehicle's battery inside the canopy. There's also the other Anderson plug on the tow bar, which is straight to the batteries under the bonnet. So 2 blankets out while you're camping like this one here. Throw out a couple good blankets. The technology in those ones there are getting better and better. A couple big 300 watters or so. Trickle charge up the batteries under the bonnet, trickle charge those batteries in the canopy. The beers are gonna stay cold in there. Your food's gonna stay cold. You're gonna be ready to rumble. Pretty sure this one even has an ice machine if I remember as well. One other feature up on top of that roof rack as well is the Gorilla Mount on the Big Dog Builds accessory rack. And that one being the Gorilla Mount, Starlink connectivity with the Starlink Mini. This customer's just purchased their own unit, popped it onto there, signed up their account that they want to do. And the subscriptions from Starlink out there, obviously you can stay connected, you can go on low data mode if you're not doing a trip, bump it up to either unlimited. There's a few different plans on there, but staying connected out on the road, you may not want to do it, but when you do need to do it, the Gorilla Mount with the Big Dog Builds accessory rack works really, really well. The other cool thing with that Gorilla Mount as well, if you were traveling in a vehicle like this one here, and then you're going out on a boat for the day, you can take the unit out of the accessory rack really, really simply, put it into another Gorilla Mount, magnet that one onto a boat, magnet onto a bobcat for a day, do whatever you want to do, and you can stay connected while traveling around Australia. Keep the family updated, let them know you're nice and safe. If you've caught any fish or not, you might not want to tell them the result of that one there. If it's any of my mates, that is. Terrible fishermen. But I'm keen to see this thing get out on the road. It needs some stickers. It definitely needs a bath. And this customer is ready to rumble and travel around Australia. Although this one is coming back into the workshop, you need to make sure that you always check your vehicle constantly while traveling around Australia. Check every single nut and bolt. Put your eyes over the front bar, make sure that's all nice and secure and doing what it should be doing. Get into the suspension, make sure the paint lines are still there. The telltale sign with the suspension kit that we've installed is the paint pen has moved off its mark. To check the torques on those bolts, if you don't have a torque wrench and don't want to do some Googling to see what the bolt torque spec should be, the bigger the bolt, usually the tighter it is. So you want to check that one while you're traveling around Australia. The corrugations, the Australian roads, everything is going to have a lot of impact through a vehicle. The heavier the vehicle, not necessarily the worse the ride, because these things definitely ride like a dream, but checking every single nut and bolt while you travel around Australia will keep you on the road for longer. Less repairs equals more fishing time. All right, well, that's a quick walk around, 1000K check over. I've been keen as to drive this one, see how the BDS suspension kit handles with the canopy on the back, the boat on the roof. Is it going to handle corners nicely? Let's jump in and find out. Yeah, it is a big dog build, mate. You know it. Just kidding, I'm not talking on that at all. Switch that one off, but I've said it time and time again. These trucks, even with the bigger lift kits, still perform really, really well. In my opinion, your 3-inch with your 35s is probably still the best driving vehicle out of the lot. But even these big ones, 5-inch lift, 6.5-inch lift, with the big 37s, they still perform really, really well. Even though it's got the boat on the roof, the leaf springs with the reset in the rear end still is quite confident on the road and capable. I'm not going around these tight corners too slowly. I did want to feel what the boat does up on top. And although the front rolls that little bit, it's still very, very confident on the road. Handles it really, really well. And obviously you're going to have to be mindful with this vehicle. It is topping out at about 3.4, 3.6 meters to the top of the boat or the top of the antennas on top of the roof rack, but it's still confident, still feels very, very safe. And although I'm not towing in this video with the van on the back, I'm keen to see a setup like this one again. I have driven the ADU truck, which has obviously got the canopy on the back It did have the big caravan on the back, and I did hit the beach on it and didn't feel unsafe or scared once. So towing with the ZR2s, the 1500s, jumping up to the HD truck, it's just a whole other ball game. I say it time and time again, and this one here, it's no different. Well, that's it, guys. This thing still drives amazing, and if you want to see a Chevy like this one roll up the beach, this season here is one to watch. This one here is pretty cool, and these two down below, they're some of my favorites as well.